Now, I don't know how many of you know Bronny James, but Bronny James is the son of LeBron James. He's LeBron James Jr. He was the 55th pick in this year's 2024 NBA draft. And Bronny James has already got guaranteed money from the Lakers and has signed a 3 or 4 year contract. But he isn't living up to the hype. And that's not unexpected because many people, including myself, didn't believe that he was ready for the NBA. But LeBron having the power that he does and the beautiful act that is nepotism, allowing your family to prosper and allow them to benefit from the avenues that you've created for your family. He got a spot on the Lakers roster. He's on the Lakers roster. He's not getting cut. He will be on the Lakers roster for years to come because when LeBron James decides to retire, LeBron James Jr. will still be there to pick up the slack if he improves on his game. Now, the NBA Summer League is currently going on, and Bronny James is been atrocious. He has been absolutely terrible. And when I say terrible, this is what I'm talking about. Take a look at his stats through 4 games so far in the NBA Summer League. Now, as you can see here, Bronny James has had a terrible summer league. He's been absolutely horrific. Through 4 games, he's averaged 4.3 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 1.3 steals, 1.5 assists, and he's 7 for 31 from the field, 23%, and an absolutely inanely 0 for 15 from the 3-point line. Now understand, Bronny James was like the 98th ranked prospect in this year's draft. There's only 60 picks, which means he was 38 picks beyond what the top 60 prospects were. And yet he somehow slid in there over the likes of my guy like Caleb Love, the Pac-12 Player of the Year, or over Boogie Ellis, USC's star shooting guard. He clearly didn't deserve the spot over a couple other potential NBA players, NBA prospects, but yet he got it because, of course, LeBron is his dad, and that's the level of power that LeBron James has, and I'm not opposed to that. I love the fact that he got Bronny James in the NBA, but now it's starting to show that he's actually not an NBA player because there are other rookies who are shooting the fucking lights out, and Bronny can't seem to put the ball in the basket to save his life. 0 for 15 from 3, and on his NBA draft combine day when they had to open 3-point shots out of 25, I think Bronny made more than 15, and it was impressive to NBA scouts at the fact that he could shoot at the NBA level from the 3-point line with the consistency that he did. It doesn't look like that in the games though. Here's his 3-point shot in the NBA Summer League on display. Take a look at that again. Here's another one. That was in the same game. That was yesterday against the Boston Celtics. 2 air balls. 1 air ball uncontested and the other one contested. 2 air balls from 2 different spots on the court. LeBron, I know it's difficult for you to hear, but your son needs to spend the next 2 years in the G League. The next 2. Unless y'all somehow, in some shape, form, or fashion, between now and the first day of preseason, gets this man 3,586 VC to increase his attributes in his passing, his hustle, his shot, and his slashing ability, the man needs 2 years in the G League. He ain't it. It was a waste of it was a waste of a draft pick, and everybody's saying that. And this is not coming from a place of hate on nepotism. It's coming from the reality that Bronny James is simply not an NBA level talent yet. The potential is still there, but he's simply not an NBA level talent yet. And apparently I'm not the only one who thinks so, because sitting courtside yesterday at the Lakers and Celtics game was NBA champion and 2024 NBA Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. And this is what he whispered to his girlfriend that they caught on camera. Now, for those of you who could read Jaylen Brown's lips in that really brief clip, as he whispered to his girlfriend, Kaiser Gondrzik, who is also a WNBA player as well. I think she was just waived. I'm not sure if she got picked up by anybody, but he whispered to her, he said to her, I don't think Bronny's a pro. And she said, yeah, I think he'll be in the G League for sure. This was caught on camera. Unfortunate for Jaylen Brown, because what he wasn't aware of is that Trump is not the only one who has the Secret Service watching his every move. LeBron has his own Secret Service monitoring everything that anyone says about Bronny, making sure that they say the right thing at all times. So I'm assuming that when Jaylen Brown said this, LeBron sent the black SUVs after him. He sent the Secret Service after Jaylen Brown, and they told him a little something, because he tweeted this not too long after. It's a flex to have your son alongside you in the NBA. It reflects greatness and longevity. Bronny has all the tools around him to be successful, and I look forward to watching his growth. That was Jaylen Brown's response. He tweeted that not too long after he was caught saying that he don't think Bronny James is a pro. So it's safe to assume that LeBron sent the black SUV to pull up on him, and they probably, kidnapped him, put him in the car, held a gun to his face, and told him, you are going to retract everything that you said. Or if you don't, at least say something positive about Bronny. When we let you out this vehicle, you better make sure you go tweet the most positive shit that you could possibly tweet about Bronny, so I don't have to come for your ass ever again. I'm assuming that that's what they said. And then they tossed Jaylen Brown out on the concrete and they drove off. And next thing you know, we received that tweet on X from Jaylen Brown about Bronny James. But it's no secret, and it's not hard to see. Bronny James is simply not a pro. He has a lot of work to do, and he needs to keep working, because he can't continue to have embarrassing nights day in and day out like this, especially in the NBA Summer League. Some people are saying, he's the 55th pick, but he got picked. He got picked, and he's playing with fringe NBA players. There are players on these rosters who were the man in college but didn't get an NBA contract. He wasn't the man in college, and he still got an NBA contract. And he's out here playing with these guys, and he's supposed to be in better shape. He's supposed to be more athletically attuned. He's supposed to be operating on all cylinders when it comes to him out on the court with players that likely won't make an NBA roster, and yet he's struggling more than some of the players who still won't make an NBA roster, yet he has a guaranteed spot and a guaranteed contract. That does not bode well for his reputation or how other NBA players are going to perceive him, because a lot of players feel that they deserve the spot that he got. They put in more work and they've produced more on the court when they're out there playing than what he has shown, what he has demonstrated. And they have a fair point. They have an absolutely valid case. So LeBron better talk to him. LeBron better put something in his ear, light a fire under his ass, whatever he has to do, because at the end of the day, that is his seed, and that is his reputation and his lineage that he would like Bronny James to live up to. He'll never be LeBron. That's obvious. That's apparent. But on the same token, he got to do better than what the fuck he doing. That's just the bottom line, point blank, period. Bronny James has to do better, and LeBron needs to have a pep talk with his son to get him to play better, so that we can bet on this dude to get at least 10 or 15 points during the regular NBA season game, because I know I did. It came out on FanDuel. They had the Bronny James. Bronny James has his own section on FanDuel, and I literally betted on this man to get 15 points. It was like plus 500. They don't even believe in him. FanDuel don't even believe he can get 15 points at some point in the 82 season NBA season. 82 game NBA season. They don't even believe at some point he'll get 15 points. And I was disrespected by that. So Bronny, you need to get 15 points, bro, because I'm trying to win some money. Put some money on you, and I'm expecting you to pull through. Now, y'all can call me an idiot or whatever y'all want to call me, but I think he'll catch fire at some point. I think he'll get it together maybe midway through the NBA season, when they bring him up from the G League and he gets some time out there and he's comfortable. I think he might get a game where he hits like 3 threes, maybe gets fouled twice and maybe like 2 layups, and end up having like 16, 17 points, and that's my cash out right there. So I'm going to be looking forward to it, Bronny. You better put out.